What's good, buddy? Yeah, you like being called buddy, huh? Shut up. Thing is, many people think they're very smart, right? Many people think they're like some, just better than the others, really articulate. And some of them are narcissists, some of them are right, and some of them are right and also narcissists. Now, I wouldn't call myself a narcissist because I am all about loving others, right? Like, it's all about other people for me. And it's evident because I have sacrificed a lot from myself just to please people I love. Of course, I don't please anyone, not any. If you're just friends with me, I'm just not gonna be like, oh yeah, you're my everything, I'm gonna sacrifice it all for you. But no, in general, for people I love a lot who actually matter a lot to me, and the very few, I have sacrificed a lot. The thing is, right? People think they're smart, and these so called people who think they're smart, some of them get into psychology, right? 10-year-old me after reading dark human psychology. And it's like, it works, okay? It works. Sometimes it does work, right? Because when you get into psychology, yeah, and all that weird stuff, see, if you know something and the person you're using it on doesn't know about that thing, even if you know like very little about that thing, there's chances it will work because the person in front of you doesn't have any idea what's going on. So these so-called smart people, right, will go on, read psychology, right? They study. Shout out Luke Belmar. They study and they'll just, they'll be like, ooh, ha 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 ha, time to analyze. And they'll go around and psychoanalyze people, and they'll try to figure out what's wrong with them. And maybe they just use that stuff to manipulate these people. Woo. Now, why do I know all of this? Because I have been one of those people who think they're smart, getting into psychology and trying to analyze people. I didn't do it to manipulate anyone, I just did it to understand them better. Because I loved the person I was, doing all this stuff for. I was like trying to understand them by psychoanalyzing their childhood and stuff to figure out why they are how they are and how we can fix it together, right? And the thing is, I didn't do it to myself, right? I was like, I'm studying this person. I know what their childhood canon events were, and just based on that, I was just purely analyzing why they are the way they are and shit. Please stop construction. Oh god. See, I picked this time to do the video because they stopped the construction. It's right above my house. It's pissing me off. Anyway, thing is, I was psychoanalyzing this person. I was, trying to help her just not to be the ugliness of a personality she was, right? And the thing is, she agreed, she agreed she was a piece of shit. And she was like, yeah, this can wait, she apparently had some more important stuff. That's on her. Thing is, I didn't do it to myself. And I realized, damn, I didn't do it to myself. I didn't psychoanalyze my whole childhood myself because I practically forgot it. Like, there's a lot of traumatic stuff that happened in my childhood, and there was a lot of bad stuff, and I mean bad. Not, oh no, I was bullied in school. No, I mean bad stuff, right? And the thing is, I just completely disregarded all that stuff. Like, I ignored it so much because of how it hurt at the time. I literally forgot everything that happened. And then I was like, while I was thinking, why haven't I psychoanalyzed myself and my childhood and why I am the way I am? And then I was like thinking, oh, let me just try this. Let me do this. And then I'm like, damn, I had a rough one. I had a rough ass childhood. And then I realized why I was the way I was, why I was doing the things the way I was doing things. Because the thing is, right, I have had, lustful inclinations for a big part of my life. And that related to some events that happened in my childhood. And, now it all makes sense. I was like, why have I been ignoring this? And I'm glad that nobody else could have taken advantage of psychoanalyzing my childhood because the things I told people about my childhood were nowhere near the depth of what actually happened. Like, the shit I told people was the shit I remembered, and it was like lighthearted, kind-hearted, kind of fell off midway. I was really a high-achieving guy, childhood was fun and stuff. And then I began to actually, recollect everything. Okay, let's just pause here. No, let's not. I tried to recollect everything. I was like, oh, there was this, and there was this, and there was this, and this happened. And that's why I am the way I am. And when that happens, you actually get to know why you are the way you are. You get to find out the real you. And most people like to say life is a riddle told backwards, and it only makes sense at the end. So picture this for me. You're about to die. You're on some stupid ass mountain, about to be kicked off by a pirate. I don't know why the pirate's on the mountain. I don't know, but he's right there, and your life is about to end. Now you are at the end of your life. Think. What events, what traumatic experiences, what major events made you the way you are? Think about it. Right? Try to remember. Right? Don't try to remember everything all at once right now. Just give me one. Just think about one. How does it relate? How is it making you the person you are? And do you want this thing to still control you without your knowledge moving forward? For me, the answer is simple. Hell no. I don't want that shit. Right? I'm not someone who gets addicted to stuff easily. I'm just not. I don't get obsessed with shit. I'm just a chill guy. But I have had lustful addictions. I have. I'm not going to deny it. I've had my issues with scrolling. Why do I have issues with scrolling, I ask myself? Because I really am into escaping the moment instead of living in it. Because for majority of my childhood, if I lived in the moment, I would have been just, melancholic. I would have just been depressed, sad, whatever it is. Because I would have remembered what happened in the major moments. So the scrolling was an escape mechanism. And it is mostly an escape mechanism for most of us. Right? For some people, it's out of boredom. For me, it was out of something else. And I still scroll a bit daily. It's not as much as it used to be, but I still scroll for so much time. Right? But it's under control. It doesn't affect anything. And I know it's affecting my brain. I know it's affecting my attention span. But sometimes, if it keeps you alive, just do it. Alright? And the thing is, even with the lustful stuff, it's like, I realized, because of this stuff happening in my childhood, it was like really a blow to my soul, essentially. And that's why I had those lustful addictions. And, since then, I haven't really had my issues with it. I don't really care. I don't really give a shit. I'm not really lustful anymore, to be honest. Sure, if I see a beautiful woman, I'm going to recognize, there's Jessica Alba. Jessica Alba is very beautiful. Just wowee. But I'm not going to be one of those Indian dudes who is just eating pan and some Russian chick pulls up and he wants to have unconsensual intercourse with her. I'm not going to be one of those dudes. I'm not going to be the guy staring at someone's ass. I'm not just going to be, even when I'm alone at home, I'm not going to be the one who's going to be doing all that stuff. That's not me. I was doing it out of something which was traumatizing, which was controlling my life without me even realizing it. And now that I know it's like affecting me, I take back control of my own life. Of course I do. What else am I going to do? Just let some childhood memories govern my decisions for the rest of my life when I have knowledge they are? Of course not. So psychoanalyze your childhood. Do it. See, all this whole dark manipulation, dark psychology shit, do it on yourself first. Right, little bro? God's gonna protect you. And then don't do it on anyone else. Because you need to have the power to let power go, But that's for another day. Right? Just know yourself better. Good night.